test if his daughter's hearing had recovered. The father secretly released a vicious dog that had been starved for 3 days to scare her. He stared at his daughter without blinking, waiting to see her scream in fear. But strangely, the expected scene didn't happen. The big black dog became unusually obedient and gentle in front of the girl. When the father saw this, he realized that his daughter still couldn't hear. What he didn't expect, however, was that the girl's hearing had actually recovered a few days ago. The reason she continued pretending to be deaf was to take revenge on her mother's behalf. It turned out that just a few days ago, she had accidentally overheard her father and his first love plotting to harm her mother, and even steal all of her mother's money. But what they didn't know was that the girl had heard everything. To help her unsuspecting mother, she secretly recorded their conversation with a phone watch, and when no one was paying attention, she handed it over to her mother. When the woman heard the recording, she learned that her husband planned to send a hitman to harm her that afternoon. She suddenly remembered something her mother-in-law had said before passing away, that she would burden others while alive. And now that she was ill, no one was willing to treat her. The woman realized that all of this was her husband's doing behind the scenes. She secretly swore to herself that she would make her husband and his first love pay for their actions. Meanwhile, the husband had hurriedly called the hitman, ordering him to carry out the plan that afternoon, and to make the scene look like an accident. The first love quickly went to the woman, holding a fake project proposal and tricking her into signing it. When the man saw this, he pretended to help, saying that the project was very important, and that he had to take the proposal to the capital early the next morning, not even having time to attend his mother's funeral. The woman calmly signed her name, thinking to herself that a good show was about to unfold. Next, the hitman and the husband worked together, pretending to be drivers and picking up the woman to attend the funeral. The woman, without suspicion, got into the car with her daughter. As they drove farther and farther, the two villains felt a sense of satisfaction in their hearts. They were just waiting for the hitman to bring them good news. Soon, the hitman reported that the mission had been completed. They immediately rushed to the fake accident scene as planned, and pretended to be devastated in front of everyone. The next morning, they couldn't wait to hold a press conference at the company, acting as if they were heartbroken. The husband, as the woman's only legal husband, said he would take over the CEO position. But unexpectedly, in the next moment, the woman suddenly appeared at the press conference. It turned out that the mother-in-law had known about her son's plan before she died, and to prevent her daughter-in-law and granddaughter from being harmed, she had given the woman a business card before passing away, saying that the person on the card could protect her safety. When the woman called the number on the card, she discovered that the person who was helping her was actually the hitman her husband had hired to kill her. The two of them had planned to fake a car accident to make it seem like the woman had died. When the husband saw his supposedly dead wife alive, he was so shocked that he couldn't speak, and he hurriedly cancelled the press conference. At that moment, the first love pretended to be happy to see the woman alive, but later, she called and scolded the old man. The first love, determined to get rid of the woman once and for all, decided to take matters into her own hands. That night, she knocked on the woman's door. When the woman saw her first love, she was terrified.